And now for the presentation of the Creative Spirit Award. This is the 5th year of the Creative Spirit Award, which began when arts and culture programming was added to Homecoming Weekend in 2009. In keeping with this now perennial theme, the award recognizes a member of the Penn community who has illustrated a lifelong commitment to the arts through outstanding personal achievement and/or philanthropic support. I'd like to invite Mary Ellen Mark and Jerry Riesenbach to the podium for the presentation of this year's award.
I have the honor of presenting the 2013 University of Pennsylvania Creative Spirit Award to a world-class and a world-famous photojournalist. Mary Ellen and I were on campus at the same time, but even a former head cheerleader at Cheltenham High School could not have imagined what would have followed her Penn life. Mary Ellen has been quoted as saying, "Without Penn and the Annenberg School, I would not have had the amazing life that I live as a photographer." That amazing life includes a Fulbright Scholarship, a Guggenheim Fellowship, 3 fellowships from the National Endowment for the Arts, and 5 honorary degrees, including 1 from Penn. She has published 18 books, and with her husband, Martin Bell, who is here this evening with us, has produced several films. Her photos have appeared in hundreds of exhibitions around the world. Throughout her amazing career, Mary Ellen has traveled the world to capture images of our diverse cultures, and those images have become landmarks in the field of documentary photography. While photographs capture the story of the photographed, in Mary Ellen's case, they also tell the story of the photographer. Mary Ellen is humane and persistent, and in tune to both the suffering and the beauty of life. Mary Ellen's photographs reflect a high degree of humanism and address social issues such as homelessness, loneliness, drug addiction, prostitution, and runaway children. Her most recent book, Prom, was photographed over 4 years at high school proms across the country and portrays dozens of young people from a diverse range of backgrounds on the night of their proms. She has captured images of everyday life, of people in all walks of life, and in the process has exposed us to the images that reflect both our differences and our similarities. Mary Ellen, you are widely recognized as one of the most respected and influential photographers in the world. We are immensely proud that Penn is where you found your calling, for seeking the essence of what it means to be human, for capturing ephemeral moments that portray the individual but convey the universal, and for your great generosity in sharing your craft. It is our distinct pleasure to bestow upon you the Creative Spirit Award for 2013. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry Rosenbach, and thank you, Dr. Gutman, and the Arts and Culture Committee. Thank you, and the Penn Alumni Association. Thank you all so much for this great honor. I certainly owe my career and this wonderful life I'm having to the University of Pennsylvania School of Fine Arts, and also, of course, to the Annenberg School for Communication. Recently, my husband Martin and I spent some time in Philadelphia. We had the privilege of making photographs and a film for the Hon'94 Learning Center and Comcast Technology Labs at Project Home. It was an incredible experience. I don't know if you're aware of their work, but you should be. Project Home is run by Sister Mary Scullion, who should be here tonight, I think she is, and Joan McConnon. The Hon'94 Learning Center is a neighborhood learning center. It was founded by Lynn and Harold Honickman, who are native Philadelphians. It was an honor for Martin and I to document the work there, and it brought me back to my roots and made me remember how and why I became a photographer. I was given full scholarships to the University of Pennsylvania and the Annenberg School for Communication. And without those scholarships, I would not have been able to afford to go to this university. My first memory of the School of Fine Arts was my class in drawing perspective with the wonderful Mr. House. I also had him for drawing and painting classes. He was very strict and precise and made you work very hard, but if you got a smile and a wink from him, it was worth it. He taught me the ethics of hard work. My art and architecture history classes were also very inspiring. I especially remember Dr. Robb. He was a brilliant academic, very aloof and rather stern. We were all terrified of him. But we looked forward to his lecture on Mondrian. He was famous for it because he became very emotional, dramatic, and even cried, which he did. My life changed in the fall of 1963 when I started at the Annenberg School and I discovered photography. So, of course, I wanted to thank Walter Annenberg for giving me this incredible opportunity. The school was relatively new then. It was about 5 years old, and it was more of an art and crafts school then. The legendary Gilbert Seldes was dean. He was an accessible legend. He was always available for a conversation, and he loved to have his photograph taken. He was very photogenic. Professors like Lou Glassman, Lou Barlow, and Dr. Charles Lee were encouraging and inspiring. The Annenberg School was like a dream come true for photographers. There was a fully equipped, state-of-the-art darkroom with all the film and paper you needed. It was free, you just could use it. And a huge choice of the best camera equipment was available to you to borrow. One of my first embarrassments was dropping a Rolleiflex over the banister of the lobby of the Annenberg School while I experimented with architectural photography. That was a failed experiment. Since graduating, I've had a continued positive relationship to the University of Pennsylvania and the Annenberg School. Dean Catherine Hall Jameson has been so supportive of me. I want to thank her. In 1998, she recommended me for an Annenberg Foundation grant to complete my book, American Odyssey. She also invited me and my husband, Martin, to teach photography and filmmaking workshop for two summers. We had a wonderful experience, and the students were really inspiring. I'm now on the Annenberg Alumni Advisory Board, and it's been wonderful to work with Dean Michael Della Capini. I remember the first day I went out with a camera at the Annenberg School, so many years ago now. I walked the streets of downtown Philadelphia in a rather boring and middle-class neighborhood. There were women with children and dogs and people sitting on stoops, just ordinary people. It was a fall day and the weather was beautiful. I think it was the connection with people that astounded me. I saw that my camera gave me a connection with others that I had never had before. It allowed me to enter lives, satisfying a curiosity that was always there, but that was never explored before. On that day, I realized that the world was open to me. I realized all of the possibilities that could exist for me with my camera, all the images that I could capture, all the lives I could enter, all the people I could meet, and how much I could learn from them. On that day, my life changed forever. I realized there was no turning back. I was meant to be a photographer. I had found my passion, and I went on to be a photographer. I owe all this to the University of Pennsylvania, School of Fine Arts, and the Annenberg School for Communications. Thank you.